October 23rd, 2024. It began with a graveyard silence so deep, even the wind seemed afraid to whisper. Saray and her team stepped through the rusted gates, flashlights slicing through the thick darkness. The air was heavy, charged with something unseen, something waiting.
¿Se escucha,
Es un grito bien feo,
¿Se escucha, güey?
Saray, ya no le, si le mueves ahí, cada que tú le mueves ahí, grita. Grita, cada que tú le mueves ahí, grita,
¿Será que intentamos sacar, a ver, este palo?
Ahí debe haber algo,
No, es que sí hay algo. Pero es que no soy capaz de...
Uy. Fue un golpe.
Sí hay algo, pero no soy capaz de...
Ten cuidado, Saray, ten cuidado,
As they neared a crumbling tomb, whispers bled through the cold night air, low, guttural, not quite human.
Mira. Siento que, mira, José, si saco esto se mueve.
Se escuchan pasos,
¿Se escucha pasos,
Se escuchan pasos.
Buenas.
¿Se escuchan pasos?
Se miró una sombra, mucha gente me está diciendo lo mismo.
Que alguien pasó por atrás también.
Buenas noches.
Pues yo no miro.
Then, a shadow, motionless beside a headstone, dissolved into nothing. The team's breaths quickened, the fear almost tangible.
Ahí pasó alguien, güey.
¿Ya pasó algo?
Te lo juro que sí lo alcancé a grabar,
¿Qué
güey.
tienes aquí escondido en esta tumba?
Mira.
Ahí pasó algo, sí.
Es una persona, güey, es una persona.
Buena.
Es una persona, Saray.
¿Quién eres?
Oiga.
Somos tres, no te tenemos miedo.
¿Quién es?
Mira. Uy, ¿quién será? ¿Quién eres? Desaparece, carnal.
The next sound shattered their nerves. A scream, too close to be mistaken for wind. They spun, flashlights trembling. But there was no one. Only the suffocating sense that they were not alone.
¿Alguien gritó?
Que está aquí con nosotros, una entidad.
Es un brujo, una bruja.
¡Con nosotros! Ahí está al fondo.
Mira.
Va corriendo,
Va rapidísimo, te lo juro, corriendo.
Y güey, no tiene pie, va flotando.
Oye.
Va flotando, ¿lo vieron?
Sí, güey, va flotando.
Aguanta.
Saray,
Cuidado.
Saray, te puedes salir de una, Saray.
Iba flotando.
¿Lo miraste, güey?
No, pero se quedó parado acá, José. Se quedó parado esa cosa. Aquí se quedó parado.
Desapareció de la nada.
Hola.
Then the earth itself began to tremble. A dark figure hovered above the graves, its presence cold and deliberate. When it vanished, the air filled with a voice, deep, ancient, unrecognizable.
Uy. Fue de enfrente. Alguien está llorando,
Mira, José. Allá va.
Mira, ahí está. Ahí está. ¿Viste? Desapareció de la nada. Volvió a desaparecer.
¡La madre, güey! Sí.
Volvió a desaparecer, carnal.
Pero como que flota, ¿vieron?
Sí, güey.
Estaba flotando, güey. Sí.
Güey, se metió una tumba aquí, güey.
Hay que buscar las
Hola.
tumbas en las que se meten.
Oye.
No, César, no me asustes.
And in the trees, movement, fast, unnatural. The last thing caught on camera before they fled was a shadow leaping from the branches.
No mames. Güey. Voló. Está volando.
Está volando, güey.
Mira. ¡Ah, caray! Se subió un árbol. Voló un árbol.
Se subió un árbol, voló, ¿vieron?
Eso es una bruja, güey. Es una bruja eso, güey. Ah, caray.
Estaba volando, güey.
Escucha algo atrás de mí. ¿Qué hago? ¿Para dónde volteo?
After the video went live, one comment stood out. Someone's watching you. I saw a black shadow. Maybe Saray's team escaped that night, but something or someone might still be watching. January 4th, 2013. Lou thought it would be a calm night in the woods. Just her hammock, and the trees.
Underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff, out of the rain, which is coming. Oh, you can get wet. This camera doesn't do it justice, but it is getting pretty dark now, so I best crack on. I want to get an early night because I want to do. It's getting cold.
But the forest near Pluckley Village had other plans. As darkness crept in, the air turned cold and heavy. Strange noises echoed through the trees, a mix of screams, gunshots, and whispers that didn't belong to any living thing.
Well, can you see that? I don't know if you can see. A Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically. Chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh! Whoa. Get that fire going, I think. Now the rain, I think the rain stopped. Or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you're able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming.
She tried to stay calm, sitting by her fire, pretending it was just the wind, but the sounds grew closer, circling her camp as if the woods were alive and watching.
Ideal. Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Well, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while and then, yeah, head to bed. The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big beam? What was that noise? This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly...
Every flicker of flame seemed to reveal new shadows, shapes that vanished the moment she turned her head. Then came the footsteps. Slow, deliberate, human. They stopped right beside her hammock. Lou froze, barely breathing, as another set of steps echoed from the opposite side. She wasn't alone.
What the fuck is going on? That's just the owls. I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the owls though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps. And trains.
The night dragged on with hoots, snaps, and cries that seemed to come from all around. When dawn finally came, Lou looked pale, shaken, and certain of one thing. Someone or something had been walking near her all night.
There is a public footpath just over here somewhere, probably quite a few more yards yet. At first I thought perhaps someone from the footpath had got lost and wandered in. That was the first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all.
and as one viewer later commented, "The fact that you stayed a second night is totally insane." It started as a quiet night for Lil Red, a paranormal investigator testing her courage at a haunted campsite. She fell asleep easily, her camera recording the stillness of the room. But soon, the silence broke. A faint rustle, her hair moved on its own, though not a single draft stirred the air. Moments later, her arm twitched unnaturally, as if something unseen was tugging gently at her elbow. The movement was slow, deliberate, human-like. Then came the sound, a soft tapping that was almost rhythmic, followed by a faint moan that seemed to echo through the small space. Lil Red stirred in her sleep, unaware that her hair lifted again, this time rising higher, as though fingers were running through it. The camera caught every second, the eerie motion, the shadows creeping along the wall. And then a whisper, low, breathy, and unmistakable. "Get out!" In the next instant, the EMF detector beside her bed flared to life, lights blinking furiously as if answering the voice. Whatever haunted that room wasn't shy. It wanted her gone. Even viewers agreed. Whatever was in there, it didn't want to share the night. The morning sun glowed over Ranthambore National Park as a group of friends set off on what they thought would be a peaceful safari.
He's not used to it. He's not used to with the vehicle.
Oh my god, he's up. Oh my god.
The forest was calm, the air heavy with bird song and the hum of insects, until everything went still. Out of the brush stepped a tiger, massive and silent, its golden eyes fixed on them. The group froze, the camera trembling in someone's hand. The tiger moved closer, slow, deliberate, curious. And then, with a sudden burst of power, it charged.
He's gonna jump on us.
The jeep jolted to life, tearing down the dirt path as the tiger thundered after them, each stride closing the gap between beast and machine.
Go. He's not used to
Oh
the
my
vehicle.
No, then don't. Then don't go back. Then don't go back.
For a moment, it seemed certain it would leap, claws out, jaws open. But it stopped just short, pacing beside the vehicle, as if toying with them. The air was thick with fear and awe.
I'm afraid.
Chalo,
Let's go.
That's
Okay,
why
go.
That's why I'm just moving the vehicle. You said stop, I said no. हटाओ आगे.
We got it.
रोड
That's
रोड.
fine.
रोड है तो. धीरे धीरे बढ़ाओ. Don't worry, no. Now we are safe. We must need to make a distance with him. बस यहीं रोक लो मोड़ पे. Beautiful. बंद मत करियो. मैं बताऊँ बस. बंद मत करियो. चलाओ. बस रोक लो. चढ़ाई पर रोको ऊपर. चढ़ाई पर रोको.
Even after they escaped, the echoes of its roars followed them. As one viewer later wrote, that tiger starts to chase them when they are unable to see it. What a magnificent and clever creature. Nature's killing machine. The team from La Patrona Extreme Adventures had explored many dangerous places before, but nothing prepared them for the Mountain of Death. From the moment they stepped into its thick silence, something felt off, as if the forest itself was holding its breath, watching.
Encontramos una vez más en esta área donde siempre hemos mirado mucho patón. Vamos a empezar a caminar, vamos a ir. Esta vez vamos a caminar hacia el sur. Es un lugar donde pocas veces hemos ido, pero es donde siempre se escuchan todos esos gritos de patones.
Hemos llegado, sí hemos ido, pero hemos llegado nada más como hasta la mitad. Ahora queremos avanzar un poco más.
Sí, nos llama mucho la atención de que siempre como que nos hacen para ese lado los patones. Esta montaña tiene mucho patón.
The first sign came in the form of claw marks, deep, savage grooves carved into tree trunks. Whatever made them had strength far beyond any normal creature. Then, scattered across the path, they found bones. Huge ones, splintered and twisted in ways no scavenger could manage.
Mira, Tania. Aquí hay unos huesos, pero están más grandes, mira.
Ay.
Chequea.
¿Dónde? Ay, no, qué. ¿Será un venado?
No, está muy grande. Mira este aquí. Hay muchos de Tania. Mira, ahí está otro. Ahí está uno más, mira. Ahí está otro, mira.
As they moved deeper, the forest grew darker, heavier. Beneath a tangle of leaves, they found it. A skull. Human. Fresh enough to make their blood run cold.
Son de humano. Sí, son de humano.
José.
No hay que tocar nada, no toquen nada. Vas a tener que hablar a la policía. Mira. Tania. José ya lo saben, mira.
Son los primeros.
No one spoke. The only sound was the soft hum of their cameras and their own quickened breaths.
Mira.
No se acomoda esta cámara.
Acá están los dientes, mira.
Creo que es de hace muy poco este.
Sí, lo devoró un patón, mira. Ahí están los dientes. Este no lo había visto ahorita.
More fragments appeared. Ribs, legs, the remains of something horrific. Fear pressed in as unseen rustles followed them through the brush. They turned back, shaken, certain they were not alone.
Oh, Dios mío.
Yeah.
Tiene como hasta carne podrida.
Sí. Sí, no tiene mucho este, tiene a lo mejor unos 8 meses, 9 meses.
No, yo creo menos que eso.
¿Será? Wow.
Nos regresamos. Marcamos el lugar y nos regresamos.
Sí.
No traigo señal.
Sí, vamos a tener que hablar.
And one viewer's warning summed it up best. Be careful over there. Thanks to you, we find out about many things, and we'll tell you what happened. Cassandra's videos were usually lighthearted, cooking, gardening, moments of calm. But one night, that peace was shattered. Around 3 a.m., she woke to scraping sounds outside her cabin, metal against wood, slow and deliberate. Heart pounding. She peered through the window. Beyond the fence stood a tall shadow, too still, too human, staring right back at her. The gate shifted, creaking as if nudged by invisible hands. Cassandra grabbed her phone and began to record, desperate for proof. But as her camera focused, the shadow vanished, replaced by something almost absurd. A small cat sitting where the figure had been. Before she could react, 3 sharp knocks thundered against her door. The kind that makes your blood freeze. When police arrived, they found nothing. No footprints. No movement. Just silence and an empty yard. Viewers later analyzed her footage, spotting what looked like horns above the shadow's head. Some said it was a stalker, others whispered shapeshifter, and when Cassandra stopped posting, one comment said it all. "Are you okay? You haven't posted since... Should we be concerned?" She replied that she had encountered some weird stuff after what happened,